Hello, lovely people. I am going to narrate a little story about a squirrel who helped Lord Rama, and then we will draw some conclusions and see how this story can help us in our work today. So here's the story. Lord Rama and his army of monkeys were preparing for war with Ravana. Rama asked his army to build the bridge over the sea. Work began at once on a stone bridge. The monkeys pulled out rocks and heavy stones from the mountain and carried them to the sea. They cut them into the shape and began to build the bridge. All this was very difficult and it took a long time. Thousands of monkeys worked days and nights. Rama felt happy how hard they work. Their love for me makes them work like this, thought Rama. One day Rama saw a small brown squirrel. He was going up and down the seashore with little pebbles in his mouth. The little squirrel could carry only little pebbles at a time in his small mouth. He carried the pebbles from seashore and dropped them into the sea. A great monkey was carrying a large, heavy stone on his back and squirrel came in his way. He jumped back. "Here, you little thing!" shouted the monkey in a voice like thunder. "You are in my way. I stepped back and you are alive now. But I nearly fell. And what are you doing here?" The little squirrel looked up at the great monkey. "I am sorry you nearly fell, brother monkey," he said in his small voice. "But please always look where you are going. I am helping Rama build the bridge. I want to work for him." "You what?" shouted the monkey and laughed aloud. "Did you hear that?" he said to the other monkeys. "The squirrel is building a bridge with his pebbles." "Oh dear, oh dear, I've never heard a funnier story." The other monkeys laughed too. The squirrel did not think this was funny at all. He said, "Look, I can't carry mountains or rocks. God gave me only little strength. I can carry only pebbles. My heart cries out for Rama, and I will do all I can for him." The monkeys said, "Don't be foolish. Do you think you can help Rama? Do you think we can build a bridge with pebbles? He has a big army to help him. Go home and don't get in our way." "But I want to help too," said the squirrel, and would not go. He carried the pebbles again from his shore to the sea. The monkeys were angry, and one of them picked up the squirrel by his tail and threw him away far. The squirrel, crying out loud the name of Rama, fell into his hands. Then Rama held the squirrel close to him. He said to the monkey, "Do not make fun of the weak and the small. Your strength or what you do is not important. What matters is your love. This little squirrel has love in his heart. Oh Vanaras, you are brave and strong and are doing a wonderful job bringing all these huge boulders and stones from far and dropping them into the ocean. But did you notice that it is the tiny pebbles and stones brought by this small squirrel and some of the other smaller creatures which are filling the small gaps between the huge stones? Further, do you realize that the tiny grains of sand brought by this squirrel are the ones which bind the whole structure and make it strong? Yet you scold the small creature and fling him away in anger." Hearing this, the Vanaras were ashamed and bowed down their head. Rama continued, "Always remember, however small every task is equally important. A project can never be completed by the main people alone. They need the support of all, and however small an effort should always be appreciated." Rama then turned to the squirrel and said softly, "My dear squirrel, I am sorry for the hurt caused to you by my army, and thank you for the help you have rendered to me. Please go and continue your work happily." Saying this, he gently stroked the back of the squirrel with his fingers, and the three lines appeared where Lord Rama's fingers had touched him. Rama held the squirrel closer to him and said, "Little one, your love touches my heart." He said these words and passed his fingers gently over the little squirrel's back. And when he puts him down, there were 3 stripes on his back. These were the marks of Lord Rama's fingers. So, friends, that's the story. Uh, and I believe just by listening to this, you would find there are so much of learning in this. Uh, the most important one is that we cannot demean anyone, no matter how small they are, no matter how less their contribution is. But a contribution is contribution, and everything needs to be appreciated, recognized, and celebrated. Hey guys, hope you all like this story. Uh, there are a couple of things that I want to bring out from this story. Is number one, that every contribution, no matter how small they are, they need to be recognized and celebrated. They need Everybody needs a pat on their back. Everyone, believe me. And if we do that, the team that we have will come together really strong, and everybody will feel wanted, engaged. If your boss is telling you each and every step that you're doing, each and everything that you're doing is good for the business and how it's going to be good for the business, then that individual feels wanted, and then that individual is really, really pepped up, boosted with energy, and will give 100% and go beyond that. So that's one very important aspect of that comes out from the story. And the other thing is Lord Rama is celebrated still in this world. We still worship him, not because he was some celestial being, but he was one like us, but he did great things. Look, if you read the story, you will know that he himself was a big guy. He was like a big warrior, and his army was his army was comprising of Hanuman and big guys like him who were like super strong. But still he was humble, and still he had the eye to recognize the contribution of a small squirrel. That's what we need to take out as managers. We should take out from this story as a learning that we need to be in position where we will be able to recognize contributions of everyone in the team, no matter how small they are, no matter how big they are. We need to understand that people who are giving big results to us, the team is not running just because of them. Yes, they are a big part of it, but at the same time, people who are doing the daily tasks, churning it day in, day out, they are being part of it as well. The success of of your team, of your organization, of your company is done by everyone put together, not just by few. So that's an important learning. I hope it is going to help us do better in what we do. Keep watching Free Stuff. My name is Ravi Varma.